Good morning. We will be... Helps if I turn my microphone on. Good morning. We will be beginning with a public hearing. The public hearing will be to consider the proposed amended flood hazard regulations for participation in the National Flood Insurance Program. Let's see, I'll be calling the meeting to order at this time, and Jennifer, if you want to note that. This hearing is the first of two public hearings being held in accordance with Section 307.37 of the Ohio Revised Code for the primary purpose of hearing endorsements and or objections to the proposed amended flood hazard regulations for participation in the National Flood Insurance Program, and this meeting is being recorded. Let's see, Madam Clerk, I believe we can waive the reading of the verification of publication. Legal, we're good with that? Thank you. All those in, well, let's see, motion to waive the reading as indicated?
So moved.
Okay, I'll do a second then, or a third. Madam, I see where this is going. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young.
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik.
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes, thank you all. Okay, the flood plan administrator is now asked to comment on the proposed amended flood hazard regulations for participation in the National Flood Insurance Program. So, looking to you, dear sir.
Yeah, I can do it from here or up at the podium, whatever you're wishing.
Oh, you've got the mic, and I think your profile is more on camera this way. So.
Thank you. This is the first revision to the floodplain regulation in over 10 years, and what FEMA has decided is that Lake County, being on a coastal area, the floodplain needs to be revised relative to vertical elevations experienced at the lake. And Lake Erie can have significant wave heights and storm surge charge. In other words, as the winds blow across during major storms, it builds up a wall of water that pushes inland. And we haven't had this in the past. Any residents that live on the shoreline are welcome either in the formats of the two public hearings or to come to the county engineer's office at any time, and we can show them the changes in the floodplain maps that are being adopted for May 2021. We looked at, just out of curiosity, some of our aerial photographs for 2019, for example, and there is debris line from Lake Erie that's 16 feet above the ordinary high water level. So there is indeed some surcharge and wave heights that do inundate the shoreline during extreme storm circumstances. And it's also surprising that it varies along the coast. Even Lake County, with its 26-mile shoreline coast, varies significantly what those flood stage elevations can be, which is more related to the history of storms, the direction that the storms come from, and the changing coastline along those, the depths of the water in Lake Erie, and other factors that I probably am not aware of. So that is the major change that these new floodplain regulations will adopt. And in addition to that, there are a few letters of map changes that are being incorporated into the maps. Letter of map changes are ways that the local floodplain administrator can get, with FEMA's permission, modifications to floodplain boundaries, floodplain zones, floodways, and in between effective maps coming in, like this new set of maps, they document them by a letter of map change. And those will be incorporated on the new maps to a limited degree. I have checked with GIS. We have a direct link to FEMA, so the moment that the new maps go online, GIS will be feeding these new floodplain maps to the public for accessibility. So as of May 4th, when the new floodplain maps go online, the GIS website of Lake County will reflect the changes.
Very good. And Bruce, I apologize. I threw it to you as the administrator. Do you want to give your name and your function in this process for the record?
Yes, Bruce Landig. I work for the Lake County Engineer, Special Projects Engineer. The good catch there, the floodplain manager is co-shared in Lake County between the county building official, Dave Strichko, and the county engineer, Jim Gills.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Do we have any questions for our administrator on this? Flood plan administrator, that is. None? Okay. Thank you, Bruce. Is there anything else you wanted to add, sir, for your presentation?
No, sir.
Thank you. Okay. Any person, let's see, wishing to present or make oral comments on the proposed amended flood hazard regulations for participation in the National Flood Insurance Program is invited at this time to speak for him or herself or through their agent. Do we have anyone in the audience wishing to speak on this subject? Such a smile. Thank you. Okay. No takers. And let's see. And then the board requested each person to speak clearly on once. Okay. And then do we have any, looking to our county administrator, Jason Boyd, do we have any written comments or on the proposed regulations at this time? Jason Boyd indicating none. Madam Clerk, do we have any?
We do not.
Indicating none. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, the Board of County Commissioners will not make any decision on the proposed regulations at this time. A second hearing on the proposed regulations is scheduled for Thursday, April 22nd, 2021, during the regular Commissioner meeting at 10 a.m. in the Commissioners' chambers. Do we have a motion to adjourn this public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes. Thank you. This public hearing stands adjourned. Moving directly into our Commissioners meeting, we welcome you to our 15th meeting of the Board of Lake County Commissioners. Would all those who are willing and able please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of our country. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Grant us, O Lord, light to our understanding, prudence in our investigating, foresight in our planning, sincerity in our deliberating, the grace to follow truth in our judgment. Help us to be moved in our decision, neither by fear nor by self-interest, and to do our work faithfully. May we respect the authority vested in us, for thou art the source of all authority. And may we use it in our directives for the common good and for thy honor and glory. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you all. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yeah, here.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Present.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Here, thank you. Okay, we have before us the meeting minutes of the regular meetings of March 18, 2021, March 23, 2021, and March 25, 2021. Do we have a motion to adopt same, waiving the reading thereof?
So moved.
So, second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we are now at our first public comment portion. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address the board at this time? That same smile, thank you. All right, Jason Boyd, do we have any electronic submissions for public comments? County Administrator Jason Boyd indicating none, thank you. All right, moving on to resolutions. Madam Clerk, first resolution, please.
In the Engineer's Office, resolution awarding a bid contract to Osborne Concrete and Stone Company for roadway materials 2021 limestone as required by the Lake County Engineers Road Department in the amount of $96,920.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Bruce, did you want to comment? That's pretty much just usual and customary.
Only to say that the limestone prices are up 4 to 5% over 2020, but we feel that the two bids are representative and recommend award.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution awarding a bid contract to Cocosing Materials Incorporated for the roadway materials 2021 plant mix pavements as required by the Lake County engineer in the amount of $165,750.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Again, Bruce, did you want to comment, sir?
We're glad to report that these prices are the same as last year.
Very good. Thank you. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes, thank you.
In the Utilities Department, resolution authorizing advertising for bids for fittings, repair parts, service equipment, and tools for the Lake County Department of Utilities, bid opening May 5th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Randy, anything you want to add there, sir?
This is just an annual bid that we put out for all the parts that we need to purchase during the year for making our standard repairs and new connections and that sort of thing. So we feel this is the best way to get the best price for those items for the entire year.
Very good. Thank you, sir. If there's no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing advertising for bids for limestone sand for the Lake County Department of Utilities, bid opening May 5th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Again, Randy, same.
Same idea. Yeah, this is the time of year to line up all of our materials that so we can go out and do the work we need to do.
Very good. Thank you, sir. If there's no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution authorizing advertising for bids for lawn maintenance service for the Lake County Department of Utilities, bid opening May 5th, 2021.
Move to approve.
Second.
And discussion. Randy, do you want to give a little more detail on this one?
Sure. This is the Utilities Department has dozens of sites throughout the county. We've got about 45 lift stations on the sewer side. We've got 7 tanks, 7 booster stations on the water side, plus all of our plants in the area. So this contract will provide for lawn maintenance at all of those sites for the entire year.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Any other comments? All right, none being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution awarding a bid contract in the amount of $1,324,599 to American Environmental Group Ltd. for gas collection control system improvements for the Lake County Solid Waste Facility Project 429L.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Okay, Randy, you want to go into some detail on this one? We've been working on this for a few years. It looks like it's finally coming together here.
It is, yeah. This is a phase 2 of this contract to expand and relocate our gas collection system in the landfill in preparation for our expansion that we've been working on. This contractor, this is phase 2. The contractor also completed phase 1. We were happy with his work, so we're looking forward to this project and several more following to get that our landfill in shape for the next 25 years.
Excellent. Very good. So this, for those who may not be following this so closely, this is also that odor mitigation to some degree, capturing it.
It is, yes. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay, just try to keep it simple. No further discussion? Very good. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
In Job and Family Services Department, resolution approving the renewal of the Memorandum of Understanding between the Lake County Board of Commissioners, the Lake County Workforce Development Board, the Lake County Department of Job and Family Services, and the One Stop System Partners for participation in the OMJ Lake County Service Delivery System under the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the one-year time period of July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2022, and authorizing the President of the Board to execute the Memorandum of Understanding.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Well, that was a awfully long title, but literally the title captures exactly what what this does, so I don't know what more we could add to it. Jason, is there anything you wanted to add to that? The title says it all? Okay, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes, thank you.
Resolution approving Lake County Department of Job and Family Services vouchers, date of warrant April 23rd, 2021, in the amount of $504,845.38.
Move to approve?
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
In the Commissioner's Office, resolution declaring an unused portion of parcel of real property known as 02A6A01-001 located on Samuel Street in Madison Village, Ohio, no longer necessary for county purposes, and authorizing the county administrator to execute the necessary documents needed for transfer to Madison Village according to sections 307.09 and 307.10 of the Ohio Revised Code.
Move to approve?
Second.
Discussion? Jason Boyd, County Administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. Resolution in front of you, and County Chief Deputy Engineer, excuse me, Special Projects Engineer Landig may contribute to this as well. This parcel has been used for a number of years as the Lake County Engineers East End, I would say, road garage. Mr. Landig, on the request of Mr. County Engineer Gills, came to the Commissioner's office in November of 2020 about the potential disposition of this property due to their kind of operational strategy and not needing the entire footprint any longer. That led to a really nice discussion with village officials in Madison and their Administrator Bailey about transferring some of that property, about 5 acres, Bruce, I believe, if that's correct, to the village. So we worked through the County Prosecutor's Office, Jim Gill's office, and the Village of Madison to get to where we are today. That will allow us to finalize the documents, the deeds, the purchase agreement, and so on. So, Mr. Landig, anything further?
Thank you to the prosecutor's office.
Your microphone, sir. Sir, for Commissioner Young and our viewing audience. Sorry.
I can,
Thank you to the prosecutor's office for their assistance. Mr. Hackman, we appreciate your help in the legal transaction.
Excellent. If I could just offer a comment, this is a good example of the county and the village working well together, and I believe Madison Village will put this property to very good use. Thank you. If there's nothing further, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes, thank you.
Resolution authorizing execution of a software maintenance agreement between the Lake County Board of Commissioners on behalf of the Lake County Court of Common Pleas, Juvenile Division, and Sadler Niekamp Financial Services, Inc., DBA Softtech, for the juvenile case management system.
Move to approve?
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Jason, did you want to comment? You kind of have that look of I can or I can't, but when in doubt, I'm sure somebody will have a question. So
Yeah, this is a request of the juvenile court, obviously, and I brought the wrong notes, but this is a case management software renewal, 5-year agreement, standard agreement, about a 2.5% increase year over year, which has been consistent for the past number of years, and they're satisfied with the product, and we recommend moving forward. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. If there's no further discussion, Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
In the Finance Department, resolution approving payment of bills as listed on the Commissioner's Approval Journal in the amount of $2,116,885.63.
Move to approve?
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution approving purchase orders as listed on the Commissioner's Purchase Order Approval Journal in the amount of $673,780.37.
Move to approve?
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution increasing appropriations for various general and non-general fund accounts.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes.
Resolution transferring cash and appropriations within various general and non-general fund accounts.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hammercheck.
Yes. Okay, this brings us to our departmental reports portion of our meeting. Utilities. Randy?
Thank you, Commissioner. I've been talking for a few weeks recently about the cost and the availability of plastic pipe because of the manufacturing issues that down in Texas during the storm that they had a few months ago in February. We got some good news yesterday. We bid out a project on Mantle Road. It's a Mantle Road waterline replacement project, and we opened the bids yesterday. We had adjusted the estimate up to $3 million because of the news and the quotes that we've been getting from manufacturers and the ability to provide the pipe. But we got prices that were more normal from a year or two ago. So the low bid was $2 million. Majority of the bids were around $2.5 million. Terrace Construction is the apparent low bidder. That bid is being evaluated now by our consultant. But we're happy to see that it at least appears with these bids that the availability of that pipe and the prices are back to normal. Look forward to that project.
Excellent, excellent. Quick question for you regarding our pipe in the ground. How did we hold up through the winter? Usually we get these hard freezes, things break. We didn't really seem to have a whole lot of those. How did our system hold up through the winter?
It had held up pretty well. Not as good as the last couple of years. We did have that about 6 or 8 days where it got pretty cold for an extended period of time, but still much better than the recent past. So I would say it's about an average year as far as breaks went.
Very good. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any questions for Randy? Very good. Thank you. Okay, moving on to County Administrator Jason Boyd.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioners, excuse me. I just want to give a brief update, although I know Commissioner Hammercheck's been boots on the ground literally the past couple weeks at these pods, but where we stand as far as the county's vaccination process. Had a great conversation with Health Commissioner Graham this morning. And I think the efforts that the district, Lake Health, the fire chiefs, communities, Lake County in totality have put forth is really starting to show in the numbers that are being published in the state of Ohio. Right now, Lake County continues to rank first in percentage of first-time vaccinations with counties of population of 225,000 folks. Lake County ranks second in counties with populations of 50,000 or more. That's essentially the whole darn state. And then we've moved up to third in the entire state as far as first dose vaccinations in Ohio. So that's very, very impressive. Right now, the state of Ohio's first dose percentage is about 35.9%. Lake County is almost 41.4%, about 5 percentage points higher as far as first dose vaccinations. Also speaking with the health commissioner this morning, a number of about 75% of herd immunity in the county, which is good news. The couple of the transition thoughts that are beginning to occur, and Commissioner Hammercheck, you may be able to speak to this, is we've had 3 weeks of what has been labeled megapods at Menor, 2 at Lakeland, and it appears not only in Lake County but in the region in the state that the demand for those on-site pods seems to be diminishing a bit. So according to the health commissioner, they're going to begin the migration process to kind of a closed pod strategy where they go to local businesses and so on, maybe the schools. I'll leave the health commissioner to speak to those details, but as we've always done, we've migrated based on demand, based on customer base. We started really small, we built up really high to meet the demand. We see the demand kind of fluctuating, and we're adjusting as needed. So as far as sustainability, I know Commissioner, you use that all the time. I think the proof is happening right here in Lake County. Johnson & Johnson, it's clear in the news that there's been a slight pause, if you will, on that vaccine. We'll see how that plays out, notably in the college campuses. I know a lot of colleges were using that for students to come back on campus. But really good news for Lake County. I know we hear about it, but when I read stats like first in the state as far as vaccine rate on the first dose, I think it's something that everybody should be proud of. And to that note, I wanted to take another minute just to read an email from Ron Graham this past Monday to all of the frontline workers, and that's not only healthcare workers, but Lake County staff, utilities department, commissioners' employees have been volunteering their time to assist in data entry, traffic control at these pods. It's truly been a county-wide effort. I know some of the communities have sent some service workers, some secretaries, and without everyone, it wouldn't be possible. And I think the email that Ron penned on Monday says a lot. So if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to read that into the record. This was sent Monday from Ron Graham. Hello all. Please share with all that have been helping out to fight the pandemic beside us hand to hand. There are far too many heroes, but we want to thank many of them as possible. The last 12 months have affected the lives of people around the world, Ohio, and of course Lake County. The pandemic has changed our lives overnight. We scrambled to adapt a new norm for work, school, and public events. We worked through the challenges of social distancing, telecommunicating, and modified work routines, and participated in hundreds of video conferences through this collective experience. On a positive note, all of us are discovering new partnerships, strengths, and innovative work practices. Important community values are shining through in beautiful ways. For many, technology is helping break through the isolation, and there is a newfound trust among our employees, a new comfortable level among each other. Today, I would like to acknowledge the strength in our teams and our coordination and communication. Everyone has been working tirelessly, harnessing all their energy and skills to meet the needs of our customers and partners. They do whatever it takes to get the job done. For that, I want to thank all the partnering employers and employees who have adjusted their way of working to support our vaccination, mass vaccination, and travel clinics. I am proud of the work values, spirit, and unity I've observed in our partners and residents across Lake County as we push for a return to normalcy. To our vaccinators, our leadership, and partners, we know how extraordinary these times are for you and your families. We believe solidarity will help us get through this together. We will continue to provide you the utmost support and services. In these moments of uncertainty, there is one thing you can always count on: our commitment to you and our success. We are extremely honored to serve and partner with you today and in the future. Together, we are stronger. Ron.
Thank you, Jason. And I believe it's worth echoing and amplifying. There is starting to become more vaccines available in the county than there are people lining up for those vaccinations. I can remember the days, it wasn't so very long ago, when we were getting allocations of 400 and people were fussing and feuding over that. If there is someone or a family that is desirous of receiving a vaccination, now is the time to avail yourself of this. Our health district is actually partnering with several of our large employers to address employee needs. It's going to become a problem. That's maybe a good problem to have. It sounds like we're reaching that point where all those who are eligible and who are interested in receiving the vaccinations have done so. But I would be remiss if I did not point out that we are seeing a bit of an uptick in the number of COVID cases in the county. Not entirely unanticipated this time of year, but we just, again, need to be vigilant and just cooperate, work together. So if there's somebody that has an interest, pass it on, get it out there, make those appointments. Commissioner Young, Commissioner Plechnik, anything you want to add, gentlemen?
Nothing for me at this point.
Mr. President,
Sir.
if I could just confirm, County Administrator, did you share with us that the Health Commissioner said, in his view, we had about 75% herd immunity in the county at this point?
That is correct.
And that would be a combination of both those who've recovered as well as vaccinations?
Correct.
Well, I think it's a really significant number. For us to be at 75% herd immunity, we're well past most levels where we'd hope to be to start to reopen this county in Northeast Ohio. And I know that We're all grateful to our health district, our fire departments, our localities working together to soldier through this. But it's exciting to hear 75%. It's exciting to hear that we're turning this corner because it's so important to the businesses, the families, that we reopen Lake County and do so successfully. I know that the county's worked hard with our clerk's office and others to reopen so that these vital services are available to our constituents. So I think we need to spread that good news that we've done such good work in raising our herd immunity to 75%. That's an exciting number to hear.
I agree.
And just as long as we're filling out this discussion, one of the things that I just recently became aware of, fire districts such as Perry Joint Fire District and the Madison Joint Fire District, I was shocked to find out that they were excluded from recent rounds of funding, along with the townships. So my hat's off to those two fire districts for all the effort that they're putting in. I have to tell you, Perry has been well represented, highly active. Madison, they have a much more challenged tax base and financial structure, but they are doing what they can to aid and assist when and where possible. But there is a financial component to this, and I believe, as we've been discussing with mayors and managers, as well as our trustees, the idea of trying to hold back that 1% from the most recent round of funding to help pay for this, I think becomes even more relevant as we progress and we start to understand what is and is not being met. Jason, do you want to?
Yeah, we're still looking at that 1% strategy. What's the proper mechanism? I actually have a call with the health commissioner this afternoon on that idea. What would be the mechanics that we could hold some of those dollars back? You're correct. The townships were zeroed out in the most recent American Rescue Plan. We also, I don't want folks to forget. Matter of fact, Finance Director Matus, Joel DeMar, and I are going to the EMA next week to review the federal reimbursement strategy as well. For these expenses. As you guys recall, the county is housing all the costs from all the communities, fire service, you name it, they're sent to the county. We have an Excel database that has all the costs that we will submit the goal being one unified request for reimbursement to FEMA for all vaccine related costs. So that's another avenue that we're actively pursuing. So yeah.
And it's important to also note that the paramedics, medics, all those that are participating from our local fire departments and fire districts, they have to be on the clock by law in order to be under the medical guidance and medical directive, and in order to have legal authority to be even giving a simple vaccination. So that was a bit of a surprise that we got hit with very early on in this process. Jason, did you want to comment on that?
No, that was the countless planning meetings that I was in, and that was just a small fraction compared to the district and the fire chiefs. That one was a little bit of a curveball. We had to see a couple pitches and then adjust and figure out, how we were going to complete that or complete that task, and we did. But I know I say it every week, it's the proverbial broken record, but hats off to the district and the fire chiefs.
Agreed.
It's been great.
Agreed. We are very blessed. Okay, thank you, Jason. All right, moving on to clerk. Madam Clerk.
Yes, I wanted to mention that our next regular commissioner meeting is going to be on Thursday, April 22nd at 10 a.m. And also, as Commissioner Hamercheck mentioned, right at 10 o'clock on the 22nd, before our commissioner meeting, we'll have the second public hearing for the flood hazard regulations.
Very good. Thank you, ma'am. Legal.
No reports, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Okay, moving on to old business. Do we have any old business to come before this board? Very good. New business? Do we have any new business? Okay. Moving on to our second public comments. Do we have anyone in the audience wishing to address the board? Okay. Jason, do we have any electronic submissions of public comments? No. Jason Boyd, County Administrator, indicating none. Thank you. Okay, we do have a request for executive session. The purpose will be real estate acquisition. There will be no business conducted after the meeting. Do we have any motion to adjourn for the reason stated?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? None being heard. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Commissioner Young,
Yes.
Commissioner Plechnik,
Yes.
Commissioner Hamercheck.
Yes. Thank you. This meeting stands adjourned.